The Childers region truly does have a lot to offer and is catered to every type of traveller. Regardless of whether you're travelling on your own, as a couple or even a family, you're simply spoilt with options.
Whether it's a day trip to Snakes Down Under Reptile Park Zoo, where you can immerse yourself in live performances and demonstrations.
Hey, careful, there's crocs in there.
Allowing people of all ages to grasp a better understanding of wild animals.
Saltwater crocodiles, eh? Dangerous animal. Here's a sign, do not climb the fence. If you're one of the people that they had to put this sign here for, you're part of the problem.
As well as having the opportunity to handle and feed some of the world's most misunderstood creatures.
Oh, it's very cold on my back. It's just like ice.
Or if you'd prefer to explore the many hospitality options, you can also drop into Vintner's Secret Vineyard, where there's wine tasting, delicious foods, and a gorgeous garden set on a hilltop with a breathtaking panoramic view.
Hello, how you going? Look at you guys. Hey.
This is the one that's letting me paddle now.
Childers is a bustling little regional town in Queensland. It's on the Bruce Highway. I'm sure a lot of you who travel have passed through it before, maybe even stopped for a cup of coffee. Now, it's a lot of happiness here, but in the year 2000, it wasn't so happy. The building behind me caught fire and 15 backpackers passed away. Today I'm going to catch up with Bill Trevor, who was the mayor at the time, and find out a bit about the story.
Well, we went through the early part of 2000. In normal terms, elections come, re-elected the mayoral position, and then I was about on the 23rd of June to go to Brisbane to take up an argument with the Heritage Council about our town clock. I got a phone call about 2:30 at night, say on the 23rd, saying there'd been a bit of a fire at the palace, but it was all under control and everything was okay. So I hopped back into bed and I just felt uneasy about it. So I got back out of bed, had a shower and said to my wife, I'm going into town to have a look at it before I go to Bundaberg Airport to fly to Brisbane. And I drove past the barricade. It was a foggy morning, and as I drove up to the post office, I could see all these kids sitting on the footpath in their underwear, some with a blanket round their shoulder, some with locals standing behind them, and they were all staring up into the palace. They knew what had happened. It was almost as if they were wishing their mates to join them on the footpath. Across the road was the blue and red lights of the fire truck, and I saw the police chief and head of the fire brigade there, so I walked across and they said, Bill, this is a real bad one. There's 25 missing at that stage, and it got worse from there on. Some people just wanted to knock the whole building down and get rid of, so it was out of sight, out of memory. Others of us wanted to remember these young lives that was taken so cruelly away by Robert Long, and to be able to put in place a fitting memorial in conjunction with their families. And that's the one thing I'm very proud of, the support given to the survivors by this community. And the way they looked after the survivors, that message started filtering back around the world to say what a wonderful place Childers is, how well people have looked after us, people have put their arm around us.
And I think it's remarkable also that not only is it a memorial, it's an art gallery now, so for the tourists they can come in and enjoy the art, but also pay tribute to what happened back then.
We had the rest of this building when we resurrected it and put in place our heritage plan to take it back to what it was. And we agonised for quite a while over what do we do with the rest of the space. We had the memorial, and one day someone said, memorial's a quite reflective place, an art gallery's a quite reflective place. Why don't we meld the two together so that we can honour the kids? They'll still be visible to people coming here. At the same time, we've got some practical use for visiting artists.
When I did a little introduction to this interview over the road, I did it in front of the Kanaka Memorials.
Yep.
And our producer said, what was this? I said, they're the Kanakas. But we've actually got that history and we're talking about it, we've preserved it, and this is history. And it's important that it's preserved. We can't just make it go away. Bill Trevor, thanks for your time, mate.
Thanks,
really
Becca.
appreciate it. And it's been great to catch up.